Okay, I want to go over a few of the things that we do when we are naming these chains. So I'm going to do an example. Let's do this one. All right, so of course there's hydrogens coming off of these. We have 4 lines around every carbon. Sometimes though, like I want you guys to realize how many hydrogens there are, but if we're doing something quickly, sometimes I'll just draw the carbons without the hydrogens, or when you get good at it and you know how many there are going to be, you can start drawing them like that. All right, but anyways, if I'm looking at this, I want my longest chain, so I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't matter, they're both the same. So I'm just going to pick one and go with it. So I'm going to go with that. So since my longest chain is 6, this would be hexane. Now this would be a methyl group, because meth means 1. Now let me draw something very similar to what I just drew here. Let me draw that. Now then, when I go to count, and I didn't do the hydrogen on this one, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in that case, that would be my longest chain, and this would be heptane. And I would have a methyl group. Now back to how we count them, like when I do name this, I'm not going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go the quickest way possible. I'm going to go 1, 2. So this is actually 2-methyl. So when you put this name together, it is 2-methyl hexane. Let's look at this one. I'm going to go the quickest route possible. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's 3-methyl heptane. Now let's do another one that is very similar to these. The whole thing's not going to move, is it? All right. So I'm going to erase this one. Okay, I'm going to do another one that is very similar to it. Okay, so let's do that. So what I did is now I've added a carbon here and here. All right, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it doesn't matter which way I go. Now I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that's not the longest chain. So I'm just going to go 7. So I know this is heptane. Now this is my branch coming off. Now since it's not just a single carbon like I had right here, which meant methyl, 2 carbons mean F. So it will be ethyl. All right, so I think I noticed where you were doing like dimethyl on that one, but just make sure that if there's 2 carbons in the same branch, that it is ethyl. Now if I had something, I'm going to erase this again. If I had something, I'm going to draw another one that's very similar. I'm going to do this. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's still heptane's my longest chain. But now I've got a meth and a meth. So I have a methyl here and a methyl here. So now I have 1, 2, 3. So it would be 3, 3 dimethyl. Alright, so carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3, 3 dimethyl heptane would be the name of this one. I want to do one with a few more branches on it, so let's look at one here. So, I mean, you can zigzag this thing, you can do whatever you want with it. But I'm going to show you one that's got several branches here. So this one's got a lot going on. Now I could add an I in there for iota, and maybe I'll do that right here. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it. I'm going to put it there. Let's just put it coming off of this one. All right, so now I've got to find my longest chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I believe that's going to be your longest chain no matter what. You can always go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is going to be our longest one no matter what. So I'm just going to do that. All right, so when I do that, now I'm going to look at these. So I have an iodo. I have a methyl. I have another methyl. I have another methyl. And then here, that's 2 carbons, so that is an ethyl group. Okay, so now when I go to count, I could go 1, 2, 3 before I get to my quickest one. Or I could go carbon 1, and I'm right there at one of my branches. So I'm going to number this way. All right, so 8 carbons, my whole chain's going to be octane. But what I've got, and I need to do this in alphabetical order. So if you look at the E comes first. So I'm going to say, and it's on carbon, I numbered it wrong. I'm sorry. This was my ethyl group, so this was carbon 6, 7, 8. So carbon 6 is my ethyl. And then, let's see here, so we've got 6 ethyl. So we've done that, so then I comes next in the alphabet. So I'm going to say 1 iodo. Then I'm going to do my methyls, and those are on 2, 3, and 5. So 2, 3, 5. Since there are 3 of them, I'm going to put trimethyl. And then I'm going to, the last part is the longest chain, octane. All right, so you can start to see some crazy ones like that. I didn't look beyond the first few on your worksheet, and you were going to miss all the points on those, so I wanted to make sure that I went over this and maybe sent you a video out so you could see. So like on the first one, I'll pull it up here on yours. This first one right here, there's 3, and this would be right, except the number here is wrong. It's not 1 methyl. All right, and then on this next one, the second one, if you look, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be a butane. So I just wanted to make sure that you were doing that. And then, like I said, there was another one like on this third one. Since there's 2 carbons here, I think that's why you put the dimethyl. But if there's 2, and that's one branch in itself, and there's 2 carbons, that's going to be an eth for ethyl. All right, so I just wanted to make sure that we did this. And then on this fourth one, you're numbering, I think you're numbering from the start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But remember, you can number backwards, because I can pick this thing up and flip it. So this one should be numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. So your numbers would be 3, 4 instead of 4, 5. So just a few things I wanted to make sure that I hit on and have you change this. Because this worksheet is for a grade, so I didn't go beyond those 4 though, because once I saw that, like most of those, you weren't gonna get any points on them. I'm gonna go through this and make sure to send this to you, and let me know if you need any extra help on it. Okay? They're gonna be. It took them a little bit longer than I thought it would, so that's what they're gonna be doing today anyway. So there's no extra work today. So maybe just kind of fix this and get it back to me. All right. Let me know if you need anything else from me. Bye.